Hi guys. Let me put in a microphone, which of course I cannot find. Oh my god. Well, I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I don't want to test the new ones that I have here. I have like 5 new ones, but I haven't tested them yet, so yeah, I don't want to do that. So, hello. Welcome to Lunchtime with Sylvia. I said I was going on at 12:30. It's 12:30 and I am here. If you guys are professional sneak readers, you know how to, you know, get in that hidden spot and listen to me on your lunchtime. I just ate. I had salmon, and that was it. Salmon. Salmon. My husband says I pronounced the L. I'm not supposed to. Salmon. I had salmon. Um, and that was it. I just had it grilled salmon, baked salmon, something like that. Yeah, that was it. I realized that I need to get so much omega a day, whether I take a fish oil pill or whether I take or eat salmon, because otherwise my hands will cramp up and then I get like arthritis in my knees. So yeah, it's the bad part about being an author with arthritis is that you have to watch out for that. So I usually try to take 3 fish oil pills a day, morning, noon, and night. Otherwise, I'll do a morning and a noon, a morning and a night, and then eat fish out the day. If I don't, if I know I was gonna eat it or I don't eat salmon, I'll take 2 at night, just to circumvent like any cramping when I wake up in the morning, because that's the worst thing you can have. I mean, I can always feel that I have arthritis, but literally, like yeah, I'll wake up horribly disfigured and in pain. So I'm going to the screen so I can see if you guys are commenting or anything. And I want to make sure I can see you guys. So yeah, sometimes my thing doesn't say so. Okay, so where are we at? Oh, the beginning. That's what we're supposed to be discussing, is the beginning, I think. So today I decided to talk of course, we are in the midst of the Amazon Kindle Vella. She Works Hard for the Money with Beck and Raina, and we are in chapter 38 online. And I do want to apologize for not posting a Friday episode. And that means I owe you an extra episode this week, and I hope I can give it to you so that way, we can be done. Actually, we will be done because, guys, usually I'm a 40 chapter person. So I think the most we'll do is like 41, 42 chapters. And then we actually will be done because we're getting to the crap hits the fan, the love regained, blah, 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 the usual stuff in romance. So I mean, if you guys have been joining the journey, I do appreciate that. And yeah, you can check it out. I can leave the link in the bio where you guys can go. Leave the link in the comments so you guys can check it out as well. And start your reading journey. Follow, share, like, and of course, fave. I want to thank you guys for keeping Beck. I call it my Beck book. Keeping him at the top thing. I think we're number 2 in romance on Amazon Kindle Vella, and we're still hovering around the high 30s. We're going in and out, but we're hovering in the high 30s, but we've kept the crown. So that means a lot, because it's a lot of authors who are doing this who haven't got their crown. And you guys have given me my crown like since almost episode 2. So that has been just wonderful. it's been nice to know that you guys like the story that much, that you continue to fave it, and I do appreciate that. I do would love for you to continue sharing it with others, and so forth. So that would be just excellent. Okay, so the beginning, that's what we're going to talk about. So how did I come up with this concept? That's what one of the questions I had been asked. How did I come up with the concept of Beck? A writer who is reading this story, we started talking, and she had read, I think it was probably up to chapter 20, episode 25, and she was like the dynamic between Beck and Raina, she said, is so pronounced. Like this, it's like a yin to a yang, and I do try to do that for like all my characters. It's usually a yin to a yang. One is pulling the other in order to keep the story going and in order to reach their goals. um for Beck, I came up with Beck actually first. Beck actually was created. I wanted a swarthy guy. They didn't have a lot of. I hadn't seen a lot of swarthiness in books, like real swarthiness, like not erotic, kinky swarthiness. But just a man's man. He was out there working, putting sweat and blood out there in the field. Well, he wasn't a billionaire. Um, yeah, he had money to play around with, but basically it was for, he didn't even use that money, but only really for his pleasure, which his wife had left it for him. Um, but he was just a man's man, and I hadn't seen that. I was inundated by billionaires, and I was tired of that. As I know that's kind of crazy to say, but I was actually exhausted by the billionaire, the guy who could buy anything or anything like that. It wasn't really that, because I know you really don't need $1 billion in order to romance a woman, trust me. So I wanted Beck to be able to do what he wanted, but also you know be that rugged kind of guy. So that's why I really harped upon like Beck's skills and how he's out there, with his crew out on construction sites and getting dirty along with them, and he loves it. He loves being out there, and that. Like I said, I haven't seen, that roughness in a guy in a long time, like, the natural roughness. Um, so that was that one thing. Number two, like I wanted Beck to be from Detroit, and because I had made him Caucasian, he had to be, he had to justify, because if you grow up here and you're Caucasian, you are gonna it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy growing up here. So um I wanted a unique kind of way to say, that's why his mother named him that. Coming up with that name, Rebecca, was kind of fun, because, I wanted something where, okay, why not only would he get beat up because, he lives in Detroit, but other things too, which made him tough, really tough. And I wanted to justify his roughness. Like, I needed him to be rough, but unconscionably rough and just scared of that power. So that's why he was like that. And then on top of that, his other faults was that he had that slight skin condition, that aggravated his skin when, anything was pressed up against certain areas of his body. He was taking pills for it, and that's why he kind of needed Raina, because his stomach was like saying, you know what, I can't take this anymore. But he still needed his pills, which made him even more irritable. And yeah, that's how that went. So with Raina, this was the first time I created a female to accentuate the male, to help the male. So it was not weird creating Rena. I wanted her to have strength and backbone, because dealing with Beck, you gotta have some kind of, like, be able to tough it out with him. So I wanted to be able to do that on that part. But I also wanted Raina to have her own, not issues, but you know, she was dealing with them, and she wanted to to be able to stand on her own, and she didn't want nobody helping her out, but she needed a way, just a little bit of money, just to get on her feet, you know, break off from her past emotional clingy relationship and be able to move on. And that was her goal in life. And Beck was an easy door to walk through in order to get to that goal. So she was like, hey, let's just go ahead and do it. And guys, I'm going to show you before we leave all my naughty books that I've been getting lately. So remind me to do that. That's going to be fun. So Raina was specifically created to handle Beck, and also to be able to have her own goals and everything. So I already had that in my head as I was pushing out this story little by little. Also, I like to note this is kind of like my favorite pen. These I think they're Tatrankas or something. What is this? I can't remember what these are called, but I actually really enjoy these for some reason. And I do actually write in pencil in my notes and in my calendar and planner, which is crazy. Okay, side note. And then on top of that, in the settings, because this writer did ask, she said, well, why did you place it in Detroit? And well, you know, all my books are going to be in Detroit, and the setting did have to do with that, but I wanted to justify why Beck was in that situation. And that's where his parents were, and that's where he grew up, that's where he has his contacts. And a lot of times when you're reading this story, you know that Beck is pretty powerful in terms of his own construction company and how he's working things out, you know, with his contacts. As you'll see as the book goes through, you know, he has contacts here, contacts there, he can do things. So it wasn't really about, I didn't want it to make it like, okay, he could just throw money at the problem. He actually had to go through, you know, his networks or his contacts in order to do things. So so yeah, it didn't, I wanted to make, I needed it to make sense. So yeah, that's why, you know, he was like that. And like I said, I miss the swarthiness in books where, you know, they actually have to work hard in order to get what they want. They actually do physical labor in order to do that. And he, you know, he could be rich and do physical labor. So that's how that all came together. Okay, so that was pretty much it. Once I had Beck solidified in his character and what his goals were, and then I had Raina in the setting, I could start with the story, which basically started, you know, with Raina in the situation. I actually started at the situation and then kind of went back in different flashbacks for Raina. I was really worried because I didn't want to over flashback it, but no one has said they've been confused or anything. And if you guys are, just please let me know if that any of those parts don't make sense. I do want to know that. As we begin closing the doors, if you find anything I missed in the storyline, I would like you to let me know, please. I'm working on adjusting every little tiny thing, including the brother's story inside of this story, because the ending, I do know what I want the ending to be. So no, I'm not going to tell you, but I do know what the ending to be. But it has to make sense. So I'm doing some tweaking through chapter 39, 39 and 38, 39, in order to make it make sense. It has to make sense. So this has been fun. This has been really fun, and I am going to get to their brother story, so I know you guys are excited. Let me know if you want me to get to the brother story as soon as possible. So what else is going on in my literary notes? Well, I got to put those down, what I said I was going to do. Okay, books and website. Okay, so what else is going in my living room? So The Trouble with Gabrielle is coming. It has been moved, as you guys know. The date for The Trouble with Gabrielle has been moved to the first week of October. If you did a pre-order, there is going to be a pre-order form going up. So if you did a pre-order and you wrote a review, you will be able to receive the pre-order gift that I will be sending out. So all you have to do is, yes, I did a pre-order, yes, I did a review, and then I'm gonna send it out. In the pre-order, I forgot to get the little trinkets. So you'll get a keychain with The Trouble with Gabrielle book cover, and then you'll also get a grow seed. They're called grow seed hearts. You'll get those. I'm so excited because they're so cute. They are just adorable. So you'll get grow seed hearts. I just ordered some more, and you'll also get Trouble with Gabrielle keychains. There's a limited amount of keychains, so the faster you get your book, those will go out the first week of the after the release. So if you signed up for a pre-order, you did a review, you will have a chance to really get your book, because you'll get your book at midnight, and then you have a week to collect on your pre-order gift. So I can't wait for that. If you signed up to be an ARC reader, we are choosing our ARC readers this week. I'm going through all the forms. I didn't realize there was so many. The reason why, I've been so overwhelmed because my aunt and my mother-in-law died. Then we've been helping my sister, walk through different things, and because we're doing a family trip next year, of course, with couples only, we're doing a camping trip. So I've been going through different things with that. It's just a lot of things going on personally. I'm trying to, not with my aunt dying, she was like the closest thing next to my mom, who died last year. So it's kind of like, going through that all over again, emotionally. But we're gonna keep it moving. I'm trying to get it right. And then September is my husband's and I birthdays and our anniversaries. So, and our anniversary, it's only one anniversary. So we went on this huge camping trip. I was going to post while I was on the camping trip. I was like, oh yeah, I'll get to the camping trip and I'll post the book out. Hardly any internet signal. I could get phone signal, I could get text messages in, but I could not hardly get any internet signal. And I think I'm going to get like a T-Mobile booster or something, so that I can make sure I have a cell signal, like an internet signal at all times. Hopefully that'll work. Yeah. And then that's it for The Trouble with Gabrielle. It's coming. I swear, guys, it's coming. It's just finishing up the book, uploading it, getting it done. I swear I'm working on it as fast as possible. The second part of Essence Divinity is due out by November. So if you have the first one, have the first part. The second part is coming. I want to make sure that everything is popping on that as well. I'm trying to get the link for Essence Divinity. So you guys, oh, I had it right there. Duh, Sylvia. Yeah, so you guys can, if you haven't read the first part of Essence Divinity, I'm going to leave the link in the comments so you guys can read the first part. Second part is coming in, like I said, November. From that, in Essence Divinity, if you're reading the Beck story now, then you'll be able to understand who Essence is, and then go there and see the rest of it. And then hopefully this year I'll get a Christmas novel out. I'm using Plotter for the first time, so I'm trying to plot out a novel. I'm not used to plotting, so yeah, I'm trying to learn how to plot a novel out. Or just do it so I can write faster, basically. So I don't know if I'm doing plotting correctly, but I'm just trying to do it so I can write faster. That's it. Let's see. I think that's it for my literary writing life. So, the books. I do want to show you guys the books. Make sure I don't knock anything down. Oh, I do that. So I've been reading these books lately that have like helped foster my writing a little better. This is my favorite one. If you don't know, this is an erotic thesaurus. It's called The Bald-Headed Hermit and the Artichoke, and it's literally an erotic thesaurus. I can't even describe it, but I'll leave the links for all of these books in the comments as well. The other one I just got today, it's called Naughty Words for Nice Writers. It's another thesaurus, and yeah, it's really just a lot of naughty words to help. Because if you guys ever read one of my love scenes, I try not to use the same noun for this or the same verb for the same action, because I want to create an intensity. That means the same thing that was happening in the beginning, even if they're doing it again, it's more intensive if they're doing it again. Like, you know, I don't want it to sound the same all the time like this. And then they have proprietary love scenes or proprietary things that are going on. So I try to make sure that I am not using the same words. So that's why I do immerse myself. Hey, Jacqueline, how are you? So I try to immerse myself in the source. And I think it was it you, Jacqueline, that said you needed to get a dictionary out to read it? I don't know if it was you or someone else, but that's why I have a lot of different or varying words in terms of describing the different scenes, because I want my love scenes to be just different. Like you shouldn't be able to find that love scene anywhere else in the world. And then on top of that, it shouldn't be just something derived from, I had to hurry up and put it in because I want word count. So I kind of read those kind of books. The next book I am starting on after I finish up Beck and Raina is this one, Sin and Syntax. So yeah, that's going to be fun. So that should make my books really poppin'. That Christmas book should really, turn over a new leaf for me. So that's why I just basically loved it. I am like making sure I waved at Jacqueline. So yeah, it's been pretty cool in terms of just expanding my knowledge and hoping that, the Christmas book, if I can get the Christmas book out. If not, it'll be a New Year's. I'll just change the holiday, a New Year's book. And you know what? Because we are doing the 7 days after Christmas, so don't forget to put that on your calendar. The day after Christmas, we will be doing giveaways and freebies, a lot of freebies. So it might go into the 7 days after Christmas, and I make it a New Year's novel, because everyone comes out with a Christmas book, so that would be kind of cool to do a New Year's novel. So that would be kind of fun to do. I might do that one instead. I think that makes sense. What do you guys think? Should I do a Christmas novel or a Happy New Year's kind of thing? Because then I can get them to kiss faster. Find strangers to kiss. In the New Year, then I would, on a Christmas thing. So yeah, let me know. Also, if you are in the group as well, I did push out a question, because that is part of actually the Christmas novel, that scenario. So if you guys, I'm trying to hurry up and find it. Oh yeah, so it says, so I'm working on a short story. Would you like to help? A gig driver goes to drop off food at a mansion. Guy offers her $100 to help him take a splinter from his butt, but he couldn't reach. Now what? So I do need you guys' help in helping me plan out the Christmas novel. If you guys would love to help, please insert that. I will put that link in the comment so you guys can help me out with that. And that would be fun and great. and helpful. If you guys did, I'd appreciate that. So I want to hear what you guys have to say. And if I choose whatever I choose, you guys get a special treat. If you guys help me figure that all out, you'll be part of the book itself. That would be so nice. Oh, and I'm going to put in the ARC request link because I'm still gonna take ARC requests. If you are, for the Trouble with Gabrielle. So I'll put that in there as well. If you guys are interested, if you haven't signed up. And then that's about it. Oh, the website. I am going to be changing my website soon. I would love for you to please make sure you are subscribed to the website, number one, because I do immediate updates on there. I put the subscribe link there in the comments. Please make sure you are subscribed, and then also that you are you're getting updates. So make sure that that's very important. But I am changing the thing around. I have it right here of how I want it to go. Hopefully it goes well. I gotta figure it out, or help. Somebody needs to help me out. I asked a couple of friends who can help me, and then one girl who had already helped me do it before. See if she can do it again. I just need, some things taken out. So I will let you guys know on how that goes. That's gonna be a whole different ball game. If I can figure that out, I'll be so happy. But other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. I think we're going on way too long. We're on 26 minutes, so I'm gonna get out of here. I try not to make these things very long. You guys, I hope, had a great lunch. In the comments, let me know what you had for lunch, and hey, maybe I'll try that next time. I'll make it for my next lunch. Or if you have a suggestion for me to eat next time, then let me know. So yeah, I'm kind of glad because I'll be working tonight on chapter 30. Episode 39 should be released by Wednesday. Episode Friday will be released by Friday. And then hopefully 41, 42, we can push through the weekend. And then Monday will be probably the last of Beck. I'm kind of sad because I like them. But thank you guys for all your support for my literary journey. I am author Sylvia Hubbard, and I am signing off.